Yo, what's up guys? My name is GLOCO and welcome back to the letter. We're now in part 12. Now, during the last time, we paid a visit to our holy friend, Father Nolan, or Noli, I forgot his name, but anyway, he looks like Jose Rizal, priest version. Anyway, we were supposed to show him the photos of Hannah Wright, the cursed ones, because I decided not to show it to Hannah Wright herself, because I thought it will ruin the mood, and it just didn't feel right. So anyway, unfortunately, it looks like our priest friend is cursed in a way because he had his encounter with the ghost bitch inside of the church nonetheless. So, what now? Turns out that anyone involved in the mansion or anyone who visits the mansion in some way has a chance to get cursed even without looking at the letter, because I don't remember the priest looking at the letter at all. But anyway, we'll see from here on out. So we're back and in Zach's apartment. The moon is well into the night sky by the time I make it back home. My heavy treads and the sound of traffic outside echoing in my ears, filling the empty room with some semblance of life. Nana will scold me if she ever hears me or, hears me walk like that, but after today, I really can't give a damn about everything. The mattress creaks under my weight as I unceremoniously flop down on it, and I find myself looking at the paper under my grip. As promised, Miss Wright had my bike delivered back to my apartment. Found it parked in the rack downstairs with an invitation and a note tacked to it, in fact. Be there, it said. If only it were that easy, but it'll give me a chance to talk to her about that thing in their house, yeah. With a sigh, I let my hand fall to the side of the bed along with the invitation. I'll think about it tomorrow when my head ain't muddled with thoughts of a headless woman and the haunting smiles of a ghost. Belatedly, it occurred to me I haven't eaten anything since I left that morning. And an empty, knowing ache makes itself known, but I can't bring myself to stand up. Today was a complete waste of time, and frankly, disappointment. Oh, don't say that, dude. You're making me regret my... No regrets. No regrets. I don't like this. The lack of certainty, the disquiet, the lack of stable ground to stand on, the part where I do not know what will come tomorrow. Ever since that damn letter, everything has been thrown out of the loop. I wish everything stayed the same. Routine would have been easier to make sense of than this. Closing my eyes, I left the noise from the streets below lull me to sleep. At the very least, that's the one thing that hasn't changed. October 29th, Saturday. The melody carries into the hall long before I cross the threshold. Solemn but gentle and soothing, a reminder of what home is. Pa's firm but meaningful gaze, Ma's wistful smiles, the warm rays filtering through the eaves at sunset, the distinct smell of wet earth and leaves after a long day's rain, and our room. The room, mine, Pa's pride and joy, a place where we once promised several springs ago. Yet it won't stop.
No, wait! Come back! I'll be good this time!
Whew, god damn it, Zachary, you gave me a freaking heart attack, Jesus. God, I really need to lay off those coffees.
Please don't leave! Please stay!
The floorboards are cold under my feet more than it usually is. The walls more forbidding than what I'm used to. Farther and farther, the room goes. Ma's singing ceases, and Pa... I can't hear Pa. Not above the raucous clanging and the deafening roar of gunshots, nor the screams replacing the comforting soft melodies. There's only the blinding fear. But when the light breaks... Oh, fuck you! Why do you always have to show yourself? I hate you so much. Her skin has already taken a sickly pale color. Rotten in most parts, blood dripping from every open gash and lesion on her body. Bony hands grip Hannah's neck like a noose, staining the skin underneath with a vibrant shade of scarlet. Nothing but malice fills the gleam in her eyes. A scream ripples through the air. Oh god, it's not one of those lucid dreams, isn't it? Shit! God, it sucks! My whole body feels distant. Every limb heavy with lead. All unable to move at will. Not even so I can wipe the beads of sweat forming at my temple. The rasping of my breath easily fills the room in the wee hours, while I force it back into a steady rhythm. There is a tightness in my chest I can't shake off, my heart pounding against it as if it's about to burst out. Something cold has settled in my legs. Oh god, that's so creepy. Not the usual chill that comes and goes with the passing breeze from the window, but one strong enough to sting, shackle, and leave a frigid sensation creeping up my skin. With every struggle I make, the pressure wind firmly around my legs. Tighter and tighter and tighter, all until it becomes too much. My heart stops. Another draft sweeps into the room and brings with it the iron tang of blood. Thick, suffocating, filling my nose with a foul, sickening smell as I shift my gaze downwards and it slowly comes into view. Mouth stretched in a hideous smile and eyes brimming with nothing but madness. The stench of gore taints the air around me and I can't look away from it. From the terror and death that her uncanny twisted features alone scream. I try to open my mouth to shout, to ask for any help, but my voice has left my body altogether. All I have is the painful realization that no kind of plea will ever save me from her. Then suddenly, the bed dips. Oh shit! The brutal plunge back into myself jerks me awake. There's no ear-splitting scream, no wild thrashing of limbs, just a painful, constricting awareness that something has wound itself tightly around my neck. I waste no second pulling it back. A blanket? No way, but allow myself a few minutes to steady my breathing before getting up off the bed. Inhale, hold, exhale. 1 step, 2 steps, 3. But the dreams have gotten worse. Ever since 2 days ago, no longer are they small cursory flashes that I'm used to, but vivid ones that linger. I can still feel the blood in my hands, the putrid smell of rotting flesh, the sickening crunch of bones breaking with every movement, and her cold, chilling eyes as they bore into me. I draw in one long, ragged breath, and before I know it, I'm walking out the door. Even in the waking world, it reeks. It sucks, dude. A bench in the park is far from the most private place for thoughts in Luxburn, considering its location at the heart of a bustling city. But in the early hours of the morning, it provides enough peace and quiet for any poor problematic soul who happens to wander here. The city is just waking up, a little later than usual. But knowing what day it is, one can't fault it for being a little tardy just this once. Yet neither the pleasant morning chill nor the soft twittering of birds does anything to banish the images. Every single one has rooted itself in my head, its claws digging deep in what is no longer a safe place to hide in. It used to be easy, finding some pretense of peace under the guise of sheer optimism following regular routine. Shut the hell up! What are you? Now I don't know what to make of it. Sometimes it's easier to run, easier to hide when everything's falling apart. That way, you don't have to be the first to witness it when it does. It worked when things went bad with the movie after all. It also worked when Ma and Pa were taken from us. Though the sentiment's a little hypocritical when you think about it. My little talk with Miss Wright the other day. But that's how it is. Just how. Man, this singing is distracting my reading so much. Shut the hell up! Maybe it really is better if I just...
Hey, mister!
Oh, mister! Oh, it's a lolly! I mean, he looked familiar. Doesn't she look a bit like... Marianne, in a way? Like blue eyes? I don't know! It's totally random. Here's a new character, guys. Who the hell are you? Twin tails and stuff. You're really sporting the classic lolly look. The tiny voice gives me a pause. When I look up, a little girl, maybe about 6 or 7, is peering at me. 2 wide eyes. Seriously, wide eyes, man. It's really big. Overflowing is what can only be the natural curiosity one typically sees in children. I vaguely note the Saint Goretti's uniform she's wearing before returning her greeting.
Hey, kid.
Why would you randomly talk to a guy like Zach out here in the park? Why? Why would you... Who are you?
Kylie.
Hey, Kylie! Kylie! No, her name's Kylie.
Kylie?
Yeah, Kylie.
That's my name.
She sounds like Isabella, but with just a, like, just with a tighter, high-pitched voice.
Mama said it's rude not to call people by their names.
She then flops down at the empty space beside me. Her little legs, still too short to touch the ground, swings in tune with the song she hums under her breath. I don't mind kids. Nana would often invite the other ones in our old neighborhood to give them treats. Of course, by then, Sis and I were both too old to play with them, but you get used to the commotion eventually. It's not completely as unpleasant as most people would imply. Kylie seems to be a well-behaved kid anyway, who talks to strangers.
Oh, sorry. Nice to meet you, Kylie. Is Mama here?
No, but my big brother's with me.
Who's your big brother?
He's taking pictures with his camera over there.
Oh, he's also a fellow photographer. Hey, she points to the far end of the park, the one closest to the street, where a kid is taking shots of something above him. It doesn't look to be birds, because all there is on that side of the park are buildings.
I don't see what's so interesting with the tip of a building, though. I'd take pictures of dogs if I were him. They're cuter.
She sounds like Annie now from League of Legends. Tibbers!
Do you have a camera too, mister?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm actually a photographer.
How forgot the term. What a coincidence!
Mama said I'm too young to get a camera.
I'm sure your mama will eventually give you one. But won't you be late for school like this?
Big brother will get us there on time. Rowan promised Papa.
Rowan. Do we know someone named Rowan in this
We aren't going to be late. It's sports day. So it's not good if you keep looking like that today. If it ends up raining and we lose, it's your fault.
Why is it my...
All right, I'll try not to upset the clouds today, kid.
Is it because you're sick, mister?
Before I know it, a smile has spread over my face. They say kids ask the toughest questions sometimes, and they sure do, with how sincere Kylie looks. Lying feels like doing her a huge disservice.
No, not sick. Just having a very, very bad day.
Why is that? Is that like when my big brother ate all of my pudding? He did that once and then cried. It wasn't very nice of him.
Yeah, I think so. You see, there's this mean girl. She's given my friends and I a lot of trouble.
Mean girl? It's totally an understatement, dude.
Hard to keep up when things are like that, you know? Especially when you can't do anything. It's kind of scary. Makes you wish things will just stay as peaceful as they used to be.
Maybe she just
Sorry.
wants to be friends with you?
Friends? You call that friends fucking strangling you, attacking you in your sleep and stuff like that? Shit!
I highly doubt that.
Yeah, you tell him, Zach. Her.
She already hurt one of my friends.
See?
What if she's just sad? Or maybe she just wants help.
She does say help a lot. Help me, help me!
That's what happened with Melody. I let her borrow my crayon when she left hers.
I don't want to hear about Melody, okay?
Now we're playmates.
Oh, alright.
It's not really the same thing, Kylie. What she did, they're pretty bad things.
I still think there's another reason.
Oh. Hey, you know what? Zach is actually admitting or acknowledging the existence of that ghost bitch now. Oh, okay, cool.
Did you try talking to her? That's what Mama said I should do.
That would be a bad idea, I think, Kylie, but thank you for the suggestion.
I don't think that'll work either.
You haven't even tried yet. You sound like Rowan. You're just scared, mister.
Well, yeah, I am. If you've seen her, you probably will too. That strikes a chord. Maybe it's the honesty in her tone or simply the truth in the words itself. I don't know why, but I can't help it. I laugh. Loud enough to disturb an elderly couple taking a leisurely walk nearby.
Why are you laughing?
That's nothing. You're a really smart kid, you know that?
That's what I've been doing, ain't it? Go full speed ahead, then backtrack when the going gets tough. Stay in my safe zone because that's what I know. Once Dr. Navarro said I should be the first one willing to deal with my problems before anyone else. I didn't show up on our next appointment after that. But he was right. And though I hate to admit it, knowing that what I've seen, but the kid makes a good point too. I've been so caught up thinking there might not be a way out. Maybe there isn't, or maybe there is. But that doesn't mean I should just leave it up to fate.
You better get to school though, or you'll miss sports day. You should have won yourself some awards, alright?
Alright. Can I show it to you when I do? That can cheer people up, right?
In the distance, her brother calls for her, and I took that as a sign to leave. Got things to do, to face, and the first few steps, they say.
Nah, I'm good now, I think. Thanks to you. Besides, Mister needs to go. But you should show it to Mama and Papa. I'm sure they'll be proud of you, Kylie.
I will. Thanks, mister. Bye.
Johnny! I give her a little pat on the head before heading my way. Aw, I want to pat her head too, even though she's like an annoying little shit. But hey, lollies are lollies. A small gesture of thanks from a stranger she didn't know she might have helped. She may not understand it now, even though at such a young age she already has this understanding of things. But maybe, when she's older, when the world no longer seems too big for her.
But aren't you going to help me, mister?
Wait, what?
With what?
With what? Yeah, exactly. Confused, I glance back. What? 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 What the fuck? What the fuck? What the fuck? Oh, guys. It's Higurashi all over again. Or corpse party or whatever. Fucking shit. Got ourselves a yandere lolly here, guys. Freaking yandere lolly. Or someone much worse. That is a creepy smile. Shit. Whatever cheer our little talk brought has vanished under the shadows, suddenly dancing in my eyes. This frigid air is mostly definitely not how the morning chill should feel like. Bitter, stinging, unwelcoming. And the kid.
What do you think, mister? Are you going to help me?
What is this shit?
Leave us alone! What did we do to you?
Exactly! The response never comes, however. Because when I blinked, gone.
Hello? Mister? Are you okay?
For several passing seconds, I let my stare linger on her face, waiting for any sign of another change. But all that remains in there is the carefree smile of a child. None of the spite, none of the cold, bloody smile.
Nothing, huh? I really need to go, Kylie. It was nice meeting you.
See you again, mister!
Shit. Kids can be really, really creepy. That was some next level creepiness, guys. Holy shit. So that bitch can actually possess or actually give you hallucinations or illusions or something like that. Damn it. God. I break into a run. I don't look back, not even as I bump into a couple of passersby as soon as I'm out on the busy streets. Going insane. This is what it is. And if we don't do something soon, we all will be. The tremors follow me even as I get home. I had hoped a little stroll around the block for a few hours would help. Instead, I'm assaulted with more images of her. Her smile, the loathing in her eyes, the stench of gore, the horrid crunch that comes with every moment she makes. Even old memories have been sullied by her, and Ma's song no longer sounds as sweet as it meant to be. In the end, all I got is a sinking feeling I will never be rid of her image, and another ridiculous idea that may or may not even work. The sun is already hanging low in the horizon when I make it back, and for the first time, coming home feels more like a chore. Only, I didn't arrive to an empty room, because as soon as I open the door, I am greeted by none other than fuck. Please, don't be the bitch. Again, Zach has like... we'll see.
Sup, Z-Man?
Fuck, Ash.
I told you we should have called him before going here.
Oh god, thank you so much.
It's fine.
If it's Ashton I see first, sitting comfortably on my couch. munching on a bag of chips with both feet propped atop the coffee table. Whatever proverbial stone has made a home at the pit of my stomach automatically flies right out the window at the sight of him. But before any exasperation can set in, my attention is taken by another occupant in the room. Isabella perches on the only other chair in the room, attempting to make herself smaller. It seems from how closely she's hugging her arms against her. Nevertheless, she gives me a small smile while she notices my stare. So nice to see Isabella again. Alright, she was gone for like 2 days, I think. Yet somehow there ain't any warmth in it like it's supposed to have.
Hey, Zach. Sorry we just barged in here. Ash was...
Relax. Z-Man gave me a copy of the key himself.
Only after you broke the 13th one. I can't keep replacing them every time you think it'd be a good idea to break into my apartment. And stop calling me Z-Man.
I didn't break anything this time.
Ash, just because I gave you a key doesn't mean you can just stroll in here whenever you want to. And, hey, is that my...
Ash smirks at me because of course he has the gall to smirk knowing what he did. He pops in what's very likely the last piece of chip into his mouth and folds the wrapper neatly on the table before throwing it on the nearby trash. From her chair, Isabella shoots me an apologetic smile as soon as the foil hits the waste bin with a dull thunk. Common sense dictates that I should be angry. But after everything, having something normal play out in front of me, no matter how childish their antics can get, I can't bring myself to muster even a tidbit of it. Behind me, the television starts blaring the music for the end credits of a movie. They have likely been waiting for a while if Ash has gotten impatient enough to rummage through my cupboards and watch something.
Of course he eats all of it. You know, I was saving that for the weekend. Did you at least share some with Bella?
Don't worry about it. I'm good, Zach.
Really? But it's free food, you know? What was that you usually say? You don't say no to free food? What happened?
No, I'm just not hungry.
Ash only shrugs at the question in my eyes. I can't be the only one who finds this vibe she's giving off to be odd, and the guy has no doubt already caught wind of it.
Aye. But if you want something, just say so. I've got a fully restocked pantry right here at your disposal. Still not a 5-star level thing, but for an empty stomach, it'd do. Just say the word.
Thanks, Zach. Maybe next time. Food is not really what we came here for.
So what is it?
Ash, he's the one who...
She casts a brief glance at Ash, and in an instant, he sits up. Every trace of amusement is gone from his face as he clasps his hand in front of him and leans forward. A minuscule gesture meant to ease, yet the grim expression in him tells a different story altogether.
All right, you two, what's this about? I don't like those looks.
A short but tense pause follows. They're both stalling. Under normal circumstances, I'd wait. With these two, the more you force it, the more they'll clamp down on it. But as a handful of seconds continue to slip by, the unsettling feeling in me also grows with it. Soon, it turns into impatience. Before I can demand a response though, one of them finally speaks up. It is Isabella who breaks it first.
We just thought we should check on you. After what happened to Rose,
Please don't tell me something happened again.
Oh god.
No, nothing. None so far.
So far. Oh god, so are you convinced now, Ash?
We're keeping it that way as much as possible.
Oh, does he know about things now? Does he believe us?
Ash, it's not that easy. This isn't some...
We don't know that. Let me...
The bitter frustration in his tone is impossible to miss, but he catches it as soon as Isabella draws back. He allows himself a moment to breathe before dropping it for one less harsh, more tempered, gentler.
Let me look at this first, okay? I agreed to help, but you've got to let me handle things from now on.
I already told you everything.
There must be something we're not seeing in this just yet. We'll sort this out, but no more silly ideas and running around on your own. You're making people worry more than necessary. Becca, especially.
So everything's fine?
Depends on who you're asking. How are things with you? Anything odd?
Dude, we should tell
Good,
them.
I guess.
No!
Admittedly, how things went down at the housewarming party last night threw me off a bit.
Ah, so that was last night. Okay.
I'm not
Gotta-
asking about that.
God, I really need to keep track on the events and the dates, guys. 'Cause, like, ah, man.
Remember the letter thing Isabella's been yapping on about?
Yeah.
I'm asking about that kind of odd.
I'll look at him. Gape, more like. His serious expression doesn't waver despite the perplexed look I shoot him. There is a brief second I let pass as I wait for the heavens to fall somewhere. It doesn't come. The sky is still bathed in vibrant reddish hues as it waits for the night to arrive. Luxborn is still the same busy city, and everything in my room still appears as it did a second ago, including the unnerving ticking of my wall clock. But if Ashton, calm, cool, collected, always logical Ashton, takes interest in this, something or someone must have fucked shit up somewhere.
Well, the dreams, they're a lot worse than usual. There's a woman now, ever since we saw that letter.
Oh god, that sends me goosebumps for some reason. Yeah!
I don't know if it's the same one Isabella talked about. Maybe it is, maybe it ain't. I really don't want to go back to sleep sometimes. Last night was the worst. Anyway, why are you asking about this?
Rose's death isn't just a coincidence, Zach. It may have something to do with... I may have...
Wait, stop right there for a sec, Bella. I thought you ain't buying this stuff, Ash. Just the other day, you said the exact same thing.
I still don't, but even Rebecca, out of all people, claims there's something. Whatever this is, someone has got to look into it. Everything about this screams shady.
Wait, at this point, Ash hasn't experienced anything yet? Wow, you're lucky, dude.
Are you sure you even have the time? Ain't you busy with your current case?
I got taken off that one.
You didn't say you were taken off your case.
What case?
I just got the news this morning. Apparently the higher-ups think I'm doing a horrendous job at it. It doesn't matter though. If these two cases are connected like I initially thought, then regardless, I'm on the right track.
Are you sure we should even be doing this?
Doing what exactly?
There's someplace we'll visit after this.
Too vague for comfort, Ash. And please don't tell me you're bringing her with you.
His affirmation comes in the form of a stare, but that alone says all I need to know. What I pointed out gives him a pause, though, and his voice is thick with hesitation when he addresses Isabella.
You know what? Zach's right, Isabella. You don't have to come with me.
It's not myself I'm worried about. It's you. I'll just do this myself, if it'll get you into more trouble with your superiors. At least I can make up an excuse why I need to be there.
Don't be ridiculous. You're not walking in there without me. Besides, I think it's a little too late to back out now. Have you two seen the news this morning?
I haven't, actually.
What happened?
Mama called, and I was busy.
What happened in the news? The change in the air around her, while small, cannot have gone unnoticed, and it takes every willpower not to ask. Probably the only thing reigning in my curiosity is the fact that Ash himself haven't brought it up either.
No problem. It should be in the afternoon news as well.
Man burned after room catches fire. Another victim by the Anselm Butcher? He grabs the remote and cycles through numerous channels until he gets to a news report about another guy who has been found dead in the early hours of the morning today. Burned alive this time. Oddly, no fire has spread and whatever damage has been contained within the place the body was found. The room itself, however, has been completely vandalized. Help me. Help me. Help me! Another murder, the authorities claimed. Isabella and I knew better. None of us shifts even after the reports end, but the room has suddenly felt stifling. Ashton's eyes have gone hooded with what appears to be restrained anger, and the remote in his hands creak mightily under his grip. The stone is back in my stomach. A tiny little thing rippling in my insides, growing with every passing second as the dread sinks in. In the thick of it, Isabella's voice is the one that breaks the hush. A small, weak thing on its own that wavers unevenly between words, but every syllable heavy with meaning.
This is because of that thing, isn't it? I did this somehow.
When it fades, all that's left in the air is her doubt and fear, while all we can do is to cope. You know, is there something I can say to make her feel better? I don't know, dude. Jesus Christ, do I stay silent? What would Zach say in this situation? Knowing Zach, he's like the all positive dude. He wants to see the good in things. Okay. So maybe, just maybe, we can do something. We can still fix this.
It ain't too late. We could still fix this. There's 3 of us here.
Yeah!
4 if you count Rebecca.
No, she's staying away from this.
But, you know, she lifts her gaze at me, eyes steady and shoulders squared as she holds it against the baffled look I give her. Although in the next second it immediately softens and it takes me by surprise nevertheless. In those brief moments, it's like I faced a different person.
I don't want to involve her in this any more than I already have. Both of you as well.
I already said it. That's completely out of the question. Stop asking.
Still in all, that's 2 extra heads who can do the thinking. Between us 3, I'm sure we'll figure something out pretty soon.
Don't make this whole thing sound like it's a piece of cake to deal with.
It ain't. But better than sitting around, yeah? Plan is still a plan.
You're going to shoot yourself in the foot one day with that kind of thinking. We don't even know who's doing this. The last 2 murders might just be similar incidents done by 2 different suspects.
Hasn't stopped you from going after them before. Remember that time when you...
Okay, stop right there. There will be no retelling of that incident today, Z-Man.
What incident?
Or ever.
What?
Keep calling me Z-Man and maybe I will.
Suddenly, Isabella laughs. Though muffled by her hands, it rings light and easy against the thick tension in the room. Still a far cry from the other usual cheer she carries, but brings a welcome shift in the otherwise dreary mood.
Thanks, you two.
I'll tell you about it when he's not around.
Give it up, Z-Man. She's not interested.
Who says I'm not?
Ash makes a face but chuckles at the jest despite himself.
Why am I even friends with you two?
And I like this. Most of our worries ebb away, if only for a few moments. They take their leave mere minutes close to sundown. But regardless of the lighter mood, little has been said of their plans, only vague hints of what they're aiming to do after. While it ain't any of my business to know, something about this whole thing still gnaws at me. A tiny passing thought urges me to do something as well. At this hour, the streets are once again busy with people heading home after a hard day's work. A little of the bustle matters to them as they step out the crowded walkway, however. Ash, especially. There's only his goal in his mind, and I'd wager there's nothing I can do to stop him at this point. He's probably decided on it long before they made the decision to drop by. But despite this, Isabella lags behind. A worried crease is back on her forehead as she watches Ash leave to get his car.
Something wrong, Bella?
No, actually, can you check on Becca for me after this? I really didn't get the chance to tell her where I'm headed off to. Tell her I'm okay and No, just that. That's all.
Where are you guys going?
You sure I should skip on that part? If she finds out about this, she'll be angry. I don't really want to deal with angry Rebecca. It gives me a stomachache just thinking about it.
Neither do I, but I'll handle it if she gets mad. Just make sure she's safe and tell her to be careful. You too. Take care of yourself.
Almost abruptly she pauses, the gaze in her eyes hardening as she lapses into another one of those long, distant silences from earlier. This ain't just because of the whole fiasco with the letter anymore.
I don't want what happened to Rose to happen to you guys as well.
This one cut deeper. Before I can ask about it, Ashton returns, casually swinging his car keys on one hand and gestures at Isabella.
Come on, we don't have much time. Shirley's waiting.
Who the hell is Shirley?
Who's sure? Oh, right. Don't answer that. I don't want to hear it, you huge dork.
Says the person who gave her stuffed toys names. Batcat? Really?
Oh, Shirley is the car.
It's cute. Yours is just weird. I'll see you later, Zach.
I'll see you later, guys. She spares me another smile, and as I watch her walk off, only now did it occur to me that none of those she gave today ever did reach her eyes. I make a grab for the back of Ash's parka. He staggers briefly before correcting himself and shooting me a confused stare.
Is she alright?
What? Who's okay?
Isabella. She's been, I don't know, out of it today?
Today? She's been out of it ever since, dude!
Did something happen earlier?
The scowl on his face says it all.
She's actually been like that this morning. I'll ask, but...
Just do me a favor and watch over her. We have no idea what we're dealing with. I don't know what happened to her since the last time I saw her, but from how she's been doing today, whatever it is, seems like a pretty big deal. Wait, you didn't annoy her again, did you? Because I swear to God, if you did, you've got another thing coming for you.
What? No, why would I?
I'm just asking. I'll take your word for it. But if you can find out what's bothering her, that'd be nice. Honestly, I don't think it's the letter this time.
I'll see what I can do.
Make sure you keep yourself out of harm's way, alright?
Oh shit! Remember? Oh god! Remember what Isabella said? That she didn't see the news because she was busy talking with her mom and stuff like that, and she had this really heavy tone in her voice when saying that. Something must have happened to her father or something about her family. Oh god. Oh shit, dude, poor Isabella. I'm not jumping to conclusions now. All right, not really sure, but god, man, that would suck.
Yeah, you too. Don't do anything reckless again.
Reckless, no. But I can't make you to promise I won't do anything. After seeing that, there's no way in hell I'm going to pretend there ain't a problem when there is. This is a really big one, and I'll be damned if I let anything happen to you guys while I sit here. I'm done running when things get tough.
He's about to argue for a moment, but
Look, bro, if things ain't good, I'll be the first one out. But allow me this one thing, aight? Just this one time. If it doesn't work out, you'll be the first one to know. You can laugh then, or berate me all you want. But please don't ask me to step aside like I'm incapable of doing anything to help.
I have no idea if it is the look on my face or the tone of my voice. Ultimately, although his mouth presses into a thin line, he nods.
Alright, stay safe, Zach.
When he stumbles into the sidewalk and allow the afternoon crowd to swallow him whole, I like to think the tiny gleam in his eyes is the closest we can get to optimism in this situation. Whether that alone will be enough to give me a peaceful sleep tonight remains to be said. October 30, Sunday! Yeah, whoa. Whoa, what the? Was that? Oh, so it's nighttime again. Wow. Alright, cool. So, looks like we're gonna end this episode again at night. Just like the previous one. So, holy shit, guys. So, looks like it's on. Investigation is officially on. Ash has acknowledged it. Well, not really acknowledged it, but he's concerned. He's really concerned, and he's willing to help us out in this. Isabella, on the other hand, well, looks like there's some other bad news she's worried about as well. And Zach has totally acknowledged it. The presence, everything. That ghost bitch. Even fucking Kylie. Kylie, what's that her name? Yeah, Kylie's freaking Kylie, man. She's got a yandere little lolly. I don't know if... Yeah, I think the ghost knows how to possess people, but... God damn it. Or just at least give the guys some illusions or stuff like that, or hallucinations. But this is getting worse and worse, guys. And I think the ghost is kind of a bit more aggressive towards Zach in a way. I don't know. Well, cheers to the next episodes, guys. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys again in the next episode. Bye. Sleep well tonight.